This is Angela Pavlidis, and I like pizza.
Welcome to 5 Minutes with Dad, starring Pavlos and Angela Pavlidis, where you get to spend a few minutes with the smartest and coolest kids in the whole world, and their dad, too. And now, here are your hosts, Pavlos, Angela, and Nick Pavlidis.
Hey everybody, this is Nick Pavlidis, and thank you so much for being here for another episode of 5 Minutes with Dad. This is the podcast where you get to listen in on a little father-son and daddy-daughter time with me, my 6-year-old son Pavlos, and my 3-year-old daughter Angela. Before I play today's episode, I want to say a few quick things and then give you the resource of the week. I have several episodes recorded with the kids, and I'm just quickly adding the intro and outro and getting them all scheduled like I mentioned last week. So they're all going to be scheduled out into the future. So all I got to do is pop in the intro to say hello and keep this a little bit real time and then get them scheduled. So I want to say thank you to everybody who reached out since last week and scored Confessions of a Terrible Husband, the book. I am completely grateful because I really do think this book is going to do big things in marriage. It has gotten some great feedback from men and women about how they've been able to look at their marriages a little differently. It is a different take on marriage than a lot of books because I am not a professional. I'm just a dad and a husband who's working on improving relationships with everyone in my family and being really intentional about it. And I'm open in the book about where I slipped up and how I needed to refocus a lot of my time and attention on my family. We did all the big things right, but some of the little things, the things that you do over and over again that make today a little worse or the next day, kind of boring or confrontational or whatever. All of those little things add up over time. So the book details a lot of that, and it really helps you ask yourself questions about how you can improve your relationship. It's funny. It's got a lot of jokes, a lot of stories in it, and it really, it's a really fun book to read that just feels different than other marriage books because it's written by a regular guy in a regular voice. So check it out. You can check it out at 5minuteswithdad.com/marriage book. That'll bring you right to Amazon to buy the book. Okay, so the resource of this week is something that Pavlos got with his grandmother just last week, his nanny, and that is the Minions felt applique kit. Now, as you can tell by the way I pronounced it with a question, I'm not exactly sure how you pronounce it, but what it is, it's a really cool kit. Pavlos loved the Minions movie. He went to this really cool theater here where you get dinner, and it's sort of like a drive-in, but it's not. It's all indoors. And he went and saw it with his grandmother, and they bought this little felt kit, which is essentially sort of like a Build-A-Bear type thing for a Minions. You sew it, comes with a needle. You have to sew it yourself, so it's more appropriate for kids who are older, or if a parent is going to do it with their kids, they just do the sewing. Pavlos is really good with crafts and really careful. So his nanny is really good with doing crafts with them. So he did it with his nanny, and he used the needle a little bit very carefully, and he had so much fun. It comes with everything you need to make it, and you can't mess it up because it's not one of those nailed it moments where it looks nothing like a Minion. The whole Minion part of it is made. You stuff it, you sew it up, and you just put the finishing touches essentially. So check it out if you want to pick it up. They do sell it on Amazon for like $13. Just go to 5minuteswithdad.com/minion, and that will send you right to Amazon where you can pick one up if you want to do a craft yourself. That's 5minuteswithdad.com/minion. Enjoy the show. All right, who's ready for another awesome episode of 5 Minutes with Dad?
Me.
Yes, I'm here with Pavlos, and Pavlos was super excited to talk to everybody today because we're getting ready to go on a big airplane way up high in the
Sky.
And when we land, we're going to be in Florida for a few days because Pavlos has a very special job to do. Do you want to tell everyone about it?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
My job is the ring bearer. I get to hold the gold, and me and my sister get to be paid. And we get a special present.
That's right. We're going to Pavlos' aunt's wedding. So tell everybody what a wedding is.
When someone marries someone.
That's right. So tell everyone, why would someone marry someone?
So they can have a kid.
Yes. And that's what me and Mommy did, huh? We got married and we had a kid named Angela, right?
And Pavlos.
That's right. We got the two best kids in the whole wide world, don't we?
Yep.
Tell everybody what you're looking forward to most about the wedding.
That I get to hold the gold.
Yeah, the golden rings. So, Pavlos, how does someone know that they want to marry someone else?
Because they have to ask and see if they know them first. But if they don't know them, they can ask their names too.
And so they ask their names. So if they don't know them, they say, "What's your name?" And then what does the other person say?
My name is Jaja.
And then they just say, "Hey, Jaja, will you marry me?"
Yes.
It's that quick?
Nope.
How long do you think somebody should know someone before they get married?
They have to ask their names. They have to ask what they like. And they have to ask if they like to eat broccoli or green beans.
Why is that important?
Because then they would eat the healthy stuff and not waste.
That's right. What qualities do you think is important for people to look for when they're choosing to get married, besides eating broccoli and green beans?
To ask their name.
Yeah, they got to have a nice name or just any name?
Yeah, like Joe and Jim.
Those are good names for a guy if he's getting married?
Yeah.
And what about for a girl?
G and Jaw.
Are you just making names up now?
Yeah.
Oh, so how do you think, what are you supposed to do after you get married? Just have a kid? That's it?
No, you have to wait. You have to make a house. You have to find a house. You have to get a good spot so that you have to get a house that you both like.
Yeah? So you get a house, you get married, you know their names. They eat broccoli, they eat carrots and green beans, and they don't waste. And you marry them, they got a cool name, and then you find a house you both like, and then you have a kid. That's it? No, what else is there?
You check for a house and see if you like it.
Yeah, and then what? What if you both like it?
Then you can get it.
And what makes for a really good house?
Daddy.
What?
I found a long hair. I'm touching it.
Yes, I know. There's a long hair on my chin, huh?
Yeah.
And you want to pull it out?
No.
Yeah. Well, that's good, because I think it would hurt if you pulled it out.
Yeah, like it.
Yeah, like that. So, Pavlos, okay, you are going to carry the rings. But how do you know? Okay, so you ask someone to marry you, then you get a house, and then you have a kid, and then what?
You clean up the house if it's gross because someone wanted their house to have bugs on it.
Yeah, you don't want to have bugs in your house, huh? So, when you're carrying the rings down the aisle, Angela is the flower girl, right?
Yeah.
And what does that mean?
She just holds flowers and doesn't throw them.
Yeah, sometimes they throw them, sometimes they don't. We don't know yet. The jury's out on that one, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what are you most looking forward to after the wedding? Not the carrying the gold. We're going to be in Florida for 4 days we have a rehearsal dinner, and you're going to practice walking down with pretend gold, right?
Yeah.
Are you looking forward to that?
No.
Just the real gold?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then what are you going to say? Are you going to give a toast?
No.
Do you know what that is? Well, at the dinner, you stand up and you say something very nice to the couple, to the husband and wife. What do you think you could say if they gave you a microphone to say something nice to your aunt and your uncle?
Thanks for letting me go to your wedding.
I think that's a good idea. And what advice would you have for them when they first get married?
Go to the beach every day.
Yeah, that would make for a fun time if you like the beach, huh? Yeah. And what do you think you should avoid doing if you want to have a happy marriage?
Make some room for your kids.
Yeah? All right. Well, that's really cool, Pavlos. So I think that's enough for the wedding show. You're looking forward to gold. I'm looking forward to bringing you and having some fun. And what's one thing that you want to tell everybody this week about you having a great time this summer?
Go to the beach.
Go to the beach. Say thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening to 5 Minutes Dad. Woo woo.
So there you have it. Another episode of 5 Minutes with Dad in the books. Thanks again to everybody who has supported the launch of Confessions of a Terrible Husband, Lessons Learned from a Lumpy Couch. If you haven't gotten your copy yet, you can get an unsigned one, both in print or Kindle, at 5minuteswithdad.com/marriagebook. Or if you want to get a signed copy, you can go to that book's site, aterriblehusband.com/book, and order right there. And don't forget to check out this week's resource, the Minions Felt Applique Kit. And I am sure I mispronounced that, but it is a lot of fun. Check it out, 5minuteswithdad.com/minion. We'll see you next time.
Thank you for listening to 5 Minutes with Dad. To connect with Pavlos, Angela, and Nick, subscribe to the 5 Minutes with Dad newsletter at 5minuteswithdad.com.